Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy, Commander Boylan, aka the Boylan Maker, the Boylan Rizzler, coming at you with the video as promised. We're going to be going through everything. We wanted to do this earlier, so we are behind on using energy and stuff for the day, so we have a lot to go through. And there's going to be certain parts that you're more than welcome to skip. 100 free shards there. This is going to be some free red stars. That's nice. So what we're going to do is we're just going to work our way across. We're going to start with our raids because that's where we can't really participate much. So working our characters does not help us out a lot. And this one, only because Agatha is one of the main characters in it and she's part of a milestone, we do like to go in and quit this one as well right now rather than throwing the one character in like we were doing for a while. Pretty much this video, if you want to stick around, it's going to be a longer one, but I'm going to break down what I'm doing throughout the day, every single day, to make sure I maximize everything. And depending on when you watch and what's going on at that time, things will change, but these are the things you want to look out for. Now, if you're in an alliance where you can actually help in the raids, obviously do that over this, but I can't make a difference. I could hit this every single time I could possibly with 5 characters. I'm not going to do any damage to it. So the best thing I can do is this because it gets World Warrior points, and on top of that it gets the Alliance milestone points for that World Warrior, which is based off activity level. So we're going to go through, we're going to do this 6 times, and we're going to do the same thing in the other raid. And same thing, we're going to use characters related to the milestone if we can. So, feel free if you want. I know I said at the beginning that you can skip forward the sections if you don't want to see them. Feel free to stay around and just, not skip. But if you want, feel free to skip a few minutes ahead. And we should be done with this. But pretty much we're going to do this on this one. We're going to do the same thing on the other raid. So feel free to skip about 3-4 minutes ahead if you don't want to see this. Now about the music in the background, I wanted to just add something a little different. I don't know if it's going to be permanent. This is my music actually. It's not publicly released yet or anything. So we'll see. I'm working on that on the side. Yeah, we got a couple more of these. We got 2 more of these. Then, now part of the milestones for us, and I'm going to double check this before we do it, so I'm only going to do the 6 in each, but I think, other than the one that involves battling and raids and stuff, that we're getting points for off of this too, that one that we get as a new player. I'm pretty sure there's ones that require us to spend power cores. So we'll look into that, and we might come refresh both these. You can refresh this for 50, and you can do that twice per day. And really, at the end of the day, if that helps us with the milestones right now, it makes a difference, then that's the best we can offer. Power cores, yes, they're very valuable. You don't want to waste them. But in this case, it's not only getting us further. Oh, I gotta quit out. Thankfully, they didn't kill Agatha. But at the end of the day, if it gets us further in the milestone, it gives us more stuff that'll help us later. So it's a worth it spending. Plus, it helps out the alliance as a whole, and we owe them everything we can do to help them out, as we're 100% getting carried right now until we catch up. I mean, look at this. We're gonna be at the bottom. We're not even. I can't click on the seal, but yeah. There's some other people who haven't really participated yet. This is probably the strongest one in the alliance, but he's not very active. Well, then there's some long-time alliance members. But it's a casual alliance. So like this, sweet, we're on Mystic. That's ideally what we want, because then we get both of these characters that are part of the Night Stalker team in there. And this will give us more points towards milestones because we're using those characters. Go through these just like we were the other ones. And the whole thing is we want to quit out as fast as we can because it avoids us having to heal those characters. The plan is that we can go in, get out, and get the milestone points without these two dying. Because if they get that initial automatic attacks in the beginning or something before we quit, they could end up hitting them. And then with how high character requirement this is, we're, again, an ant. Oh, I gotta make sure I put out. Try to grab something real quick. Yeah, and again, if you're doing this on your phone, the loading is gonna be a lot faster. I apologize for the loading so tight, but this is just how it is on BlueStacks. I wouldn't mind doing a recording on the phone. I just don't know how the audio would come through if I did it that way, which is what worries me. I know the audio is not perfect here. I'm still messing around with the settings every video little by little. And I'm working on figuring out, like, I don't know, this music might be too loud, but I have sort of music below us to go, so I might have to slow it down in the actual programs itself so it doesn't come through as loud. But pretty much it's a trial. Oh, force of habit, I hit auto. Last one right now. Yeah, so I was right when I said about 4 minutes. I mean, it's been a little bit over, but I was close. And that'll finish that for us. And then we're going to back out. So we are done with raids for now. We're probably going to back at them, and you'll see why when we get there. There's no war going on, so the next thing we have is our Alliance donation. So Alliance gifts, we got to make sure we're making our donation every day, and that gives us some rewards. Start Tech, like I talked about, we're saving up. It gives us gold and stuff, plus it gives us some candy to spend for shards. Next we have our Blitz. Now I need to go through and do all my Blitz. That's one thing I will not be including in this, only because of the fact that I can't auto them. That would be, when I go through all my teams, that's about an hour. Literally I can just keep on never ending going because it takes so long to get through them all and sit through the battles that by the time I finish the last team, a lot of the times the first team's ready to go again. But we are going to do what we can with these guys. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing every single day with as many Night Stalker characters as I can, because it helps towards one of the milestones. And again, this is for the milestone right now. I don't care if win or lose. I will just do my mass blitzes after this for the blitz tickets, which I haven't been doing as often as I like to. And tomorrow I got a lot of stuff going on. So really I'm not going to get back into that till Friday. Just going in, we're autoing. And today is day 9. So when I really think about it, this is some great progress for only 9 days, and it really shows how far in the game you can get. Don't get me wrong, we're not where we need to be for the Alliance, but if you were an Alliance more year, like if you join an Alliance with people more year level, which is what most of you are going to be doing, then you could be getting some more rewards. Yes, they're not going to be... There's an argument that can be made both ways. And I'll break that down when we look at... We'll go over the rewards. But yeah, what I'm doing is I'm going to refresh these guys until it costs 50. What I'm doing is I'm making sure to use my refreshes on them because they're such a higher team than any other teams I have. Or I mean, such a more important team to use. Now what I could be doing is swapping these 3 out, but they're also characters I have higher up, so I don't mind because of the fact that it's going to get me further in the milestone. I'm gonna finish the milestone either way once I run all my teams again, I think. So I really could be calculating out my blitz tickets more. In fact, I'll actually do that with you guys now. I'll show you guys how that works. And that is how I normally do it when I do this, but I didn't even think of that to show you guys that. Because normally I'm doing this at about midnight when it resets. And then I'm right, right before I go to bed. And I'm just trying to run through it real quick, and I just do this team for that run section. But what you can do is I'm going to go change team. I'm going to do not on cooldown. And I'm just going to remove these 3 because they're not part of the team, and then just throw my 3 strongest in. Not paying attention to synergy anymore or anything, and now it only costs me 10. And I'll show you guys what I'm doing, because I know normally we go till 50. But in this situation, what we do is we're going to go until we can't anymore, until we don't have the refreshes. So after this one, these guys will cost 10 each, making it 20 to redo the battle. We get 3 like that, and then it will cost, I want to say, 30 to redo the battle, or 40. So we'll go until we're out of the refreshes. Yeah, this is some weird music. Listen. I didn't know what vibe to put on. I was trying to, working on some stuff for just if I'm going to have music during Marvel Strike Force. Maybe some dedicated songs to characters or the game modes and stuff. But that's a process, and that's not going to be an immediate thing. Hey, who likes coffee in the morning? We'll win this one. It's always nice when we win just because we get those milestone points, we get tickets. I mean, I'd always rather win than lose, but yeah, we just finished. I think we already finished the milestones, which we'll check. And that will do. Oh no, they got one more. But we clicked 3 new ones in. Now it only costs 10 again. Did we already finish? Oh yeah, we must have finished them yesterday. Which yeah, gets us closer for him, which is awesome. And then we'll get a bunch of shards from when this blitz ends, which is 2 days from now. So it's pretty easy to get through them. You should always be at least finishing those milestones. I get later game, a lot of people don't enjoy blitzing. I like to for several aspects. Every once in a while they do add a new character, so it's nice to have those tickets ready to go to just rip the orbs, because you can always buy them, yes, but you have a chance of getting them from the orbs. So I like to have a back stock of as many as I can, so that way when a new character comes out, I can just rip, 200-300 orbs, rip them until I get them, and then I have the new character that was added 7-star, because when they're added farmable like that, there tend to be a character that's still usable very good. So it's hard to say exactly what to do in that situation. Now, the other thing is, the blitz tickets also, when you open the orbs, it gives you gold. And I've talked about how valuable gold can be. For instance, if I was to pull up my main account, on that account, I try to stay around the 6 million a day because it's the same milestone for that. But I do go over every day. That account normally I'm around 7-8 million. But that's literally how much gold I'm getting a day on that account. So I'm spending exactly what I get. So I'm constantly out of gold. So it's a bit of a struggle. So every once in a while I'll have a day where I don't get as many. And normally it's from raid rewards, stuff like that. Also from things like the wars where you get gold from, all those stuff count in towards that gold that I'm able to spend. And then what happens is when I'm out of gold and I'm only at like 4 million, I will go through and I'll open a bunch of blitz orbs because it takes a lot to do it, but I'm very actively blitzing on that account to the point where I can make another million from opening them to be able to spend that day to work on characters. And there's an event coming up called Battle Worlds. Now, this account won't be able to help in that really at all. that I'm aware of. I'll have to look into it more. If I can, I'll work on those teams, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to help out at all on that. Now, my other account, that's my main focus. So I have a roster of about 30 characters right now that I'm working on that. So it makes it very challenging. And yeah, we're probably going to lose this one, but that's okay. You got to lose one every once in a while. And now that you've seen what I'm doing, if you want to skip ahead, we probably got 2-3 more of these. So if you want to skip ahead about 5-10 minutes, just because of the time it takes for each battle, feel free to. Or you can chill out, watch them if you're playing along or anything like that. Also, definitely, if you enjoy the videos, please like, subscribe. It tells me that this is something that people want and that I will gladly keep doing. Comment any ideas if you think certain audios can be adjusted a certain way, if you would like something louder, if you want the music, don't want it, if you'd rather, let's say that I go over this all at once at the beginning and then I, just kind of put it on like 2 times speed or something, fast forward through it so it's still in here so you can see what I'm doing, but you don't have to sit through as long if you're someone that doesn't want to skip ahead. So feel free to let me know that. I can definitely look into some editing software for that. I'm still working on this whole border problem at the top. Like, for you guys up here, it's like blue. And then you see the back of my desktop at the top green. For me, that's not there. There is a way to get this full screen if I pay BlueStacks money monthly. I'm trying to find a way to be able to do that for free, or at least set it that way when it's recording, it's only recording the actual game frame, and that's what would be the whole screen for you guys. So that is the goal right now. It's even a little weird because when I'm in the menus and stuff, the game goes over this line on the edge, and I can't see all the way over there, so part of the words sometimes get cut off. Change team. And then at the end of this, on the last one we do, I'll show you a trick that you can do. And it's up to you if power cores are worth spending on this or not. But there is a way you can do these with power cores. Say that you're like, oh, I'm 10 points away from a milestone that I need to blitz with a certain team from, and I gotta finish this, and I really want the rewards. You can always use power cores to do it. Just, I wouldn't say do it unless it's worth it. I'm gonna do it now just to show you guys how that works. But there's a way where you can spend not as many power cores. I'll kind of try and explain it once it's on the screen. It'll be easier to explain. And that'll be the last battle that we do of this. And it would have been smarter for me to be targeting one of these 2 off the start. But again, we're just hitting auto. We're not trying to strategize in these. Eventually we'll have the auto button once we hit level 60 where we'll just have them auto and click. And that'll be awesome once we have it. If you guys already know about that feature, awesome. If not, once we get it, we'll definitely show off how that works, because it makes it a million times easier. We just need to unlock more saved teams to make it even more convenient. But even without the same teams, there's ways you can make it just as convenient. Now, as for the teams, we're mostly basing those off of what teams we save right now in the Blitz, off of the stars we have on the characters. Because Sunday to Monday, there's an event that happens in the Blitz. There's 2 different blitzes that happen. One's called the Red Star Blitz, and one is the normal. It's called like Blue Orbs or something. And the Red Star one gives you those Red Star Orbs and stuff like that to open for characters. And the promotion credits. And we want to be focusing on those on this account right now. We're on any account because it's going to help you out a lot. So I save my teams depending on what characters are able to be used in that one. So that way that one I can just hit next, change team next. Instead of hitting change team and selecting characters, I can just hit the arrow. Now, yes, so we're going to be at that point now, so I get to show you guys this now. So when I get ready, you'll notice it shows 40 power cores, but I have 35 of these. If I hit battle, it's going to say, do you want to do this? now consume power cores, you hit OK. Now when I do this, it's still going to use my 35, but then only take the remaining 5 that it needs from there. It's not just going to use 40 power cores. So that is something I'm going to do just to show you guys that. So that's going to go down to 1420 after this battle. And we'll hit auto on this once it starts. So then afterwards you guys will be able to see that. You just gotta remember it's going over 1420. Just run through. It's crazy for me seeing a team like that because that team is called God. What movie are they from? Guardians of the Galaxy, and that team's the Guardians of the Galaxy team. Now, when they came out, they've been out for a long time, but and this is how any game works. Things get added, updates get added, make things better, but they're no longer as relevant. Oh, so that's interesting. It used 20 of that and 20 of that instead. I wonder if it only used those for one of the characters. We're definitely not going to cord again, but I did want to show that. That's got to be something new because I've never had to do that before. Okay, so now that we've done our blitzes, we've already done our donation. We're now going to go through and do our campaign energies. And there's an event going on, so we're definitely going to core this energy, plus its XP, so why wouldn't we? And this gives us gold orbs, so we definitely want to be doing this. Next, we're going to go to, we have more missions we could do there, but we're going to go to her next, because hers will give us training orb fragments, which give us training mats, so we definitely want to be doing hers as well. We should be able to do one more, yep. Now leave us 20 energy left over to hit it with. If we do it again, it's going to tell us that costs 100, and we're not going to do that. Then, as we get energy throughout the day, we'll come back and hit this one more. Now, after that one, I want to look at what these ones come with. Some teal gear, some gold gear, teal gear. I would say to go through these ones just because it's more different gears that you can get. Maybe just evenly spread your last energy throughout the day after you've done that. But definitely those two with the train mats and stuff, which should be the priority ones you do first. Now that's where this comes into play as well. So we're definitely not going to do the mid tier because it only gives us up to blue gear. Why farm blue gear when we can get free purple gear? Now yesterday we did max this one out, so we're not going to do it today. I want to see where... Yeah, so it's only these last one that has like the different gears. Now what we're going to do, because we've always been going from that end, we'll start at this end. We'll find where the purple gear starts, which will be right here. And we're just going to kind of go to the right. We did 100 here. Oh, didn't mean to click that. We'll do 100 here. And we're just going to keep doing that across. Then, I mean, I can pay attention to this when I come back to do them later, how now it says only 30. So I'll have to pay attention to that when I come back to do them later to know which ones I've already done it on. Did I just do the same one twice? Oh no, they change. 30 down. Oh nope, I did this one twice. See, 40 out of 20. Oh, oops. Well, it happens. And then now we're out, so we'll do this one twice. Pretty much we're just trying to evenly spread out which gear we get because we don't know which one we need. There's none that we need at this time, let me rephrase that. But one, I'd rather evenly spread them out so we have kind of some of everything later. Now we have our missions. Now we know that we have to do at least 3 heroes and 3 villains. So what I like to do is just come in here, pick a character, and I'm going to look through quickly. Normally I just click one randomly, but I just want to look. Okay, so actually he's part of a team that's coming out soon. So I'm going to do 3 on him. And now we'll pull up the villains. And just want to take a look. And she's part of a very relevant team right now, so we'll do her. Then we're going to come back to the campaign energy. We're still going to spend it, max it out. We have 2 of these orbs to open for some free shards. We're not going to claim this yet. Now, I want to see what this says. Complete. So let's complete this one. If one of them says a level and it's like within 2 levels, we might save it. And the reason being is because if we level up, why not take the better rewards? So if we hit that point, then we will get to there. And we should just be able to full auto this. And if we have one of our challenges that's there, I'll be able to explain it better by showing you guys. Yeah. So this is going to be done in a second. Awesome. So guys, I never even turned the volume on for this. I don't know if you guys like the game volume or not, but I don't mind it. Okay, so this is level 60. We're currently level 53. So we're not making it to that. So, clicking on stuff. So we're going to go here. And at this point, we're not getting to that. So we'll just do this and get the 3 rules. Next, we're going to go here. And same thing, we're going to try and get as far as we can. And we're going to click the characters out just because there's other characters that we've worked on since, and make sure we have the strongest ones we have in. Now, when you get later on, you have to plan out what characters are using this, but right now, we're just going to throw the strongest we have in, and we'll be able to fully auto it. Which makes it just a million times easier for us for now. And wooden planks, setting traps around the banks. Gather wood and gather stone. In this world I'm all alone. Midnight falls, a horde arrives. Sharpened blades keep us alive. Heart is pounding in my chest. Stand my ground and do my best. And we just want to make sure pretty much we're 3-starring it so we can auto it. I mean, if we only 2-starred it, it wouldn't be the end of the world. We could still just play through it. If it was a later, like if it was the last one, and let's say that I needed, like this one, I need level 60. If I had 2-starred that, I wouldn't mind then trying to play correctly and go through it, only because I might be doing this one 2 more times before I hit level 60, and being able to auto it saves time, just makes it easier. There we go. Now this we're not going to be able to do till 55. We can't even do the one before it, so yeah, we might hit the high enough level to do that. Then we've got our arena, so we're going to hold off on arena first. First, we're going to go through and claim everything we can. We got some free energy, blitz refreshes, and we're getting all this XP from this in gold, power cores, strike pass stuff. And then we're going to claim it all. And you'll see how it changed there, what rewards it was going to give us. Because normally they match whatever's above. That's because we're not high enough level. Now, to my understanding, we have to be level, from what was explained to me, once we get to level 65, it'll actually give us the characters that swim to, which all these would normally be other rewards for the most part, but we'll take what we can get. Then we've got equip gear, make supply purchases, so we'll do the supply purchases next. Now this is where we're actually, no, we're going to do the energy next, then the milestones and supply purchases. So we're going to go through, oh, we have another character recruit, awesome. And one thing I like to do is scroll through these guys real quick, see if there's anyone that we can star up. And we'll do this several times throughout this. I should just be doing it all at the end, but I like to just check. Next, what we're going to do is we are going to organize by star rank. Now, the favorites will still be on top. And I don't like that it does this. So these not unlocked characters, it's organizing them off of star rank based off how many stars you unlock them at. Instead of basing them, I wish it based them off of how many shards you have for them. But nothing we can do about that. So we'll go to the bottom here, and the reason I organize it like this is because of the fact that there's several reasons actually. First thing is, if I go down to the bottom, it's going to be the ones that unlock the easiest. Shield, you know, all these minions. Now I'm going to skip through the minions. We're going to go right to the first character. and we're just gonna hit find on them, and then we're gonna slowly go through all of them, seeing if there's any that are farmable for him. Like him, we can get from Blitz, but we'll have to see if we get it from an orb. Which, actually, no, I take that back. Let me go back over to him. We can see if, yeah, so he's not in the Blitz orb. He's considered hand. Yeah, and you get 10. We're gonna not, later on, like I said, after we're done getting the ones from the orbs, then we'll do those. But I don't want to waste on him. And we're just going to go through them like this. We're not going to be doing any of the orbs or the buy in the stores for any of these guys right now. We're just going through them all, seeing what we can farm, what we can't. And a lot of these we're not a high enough level to be able to farm yet. Nothing we can do about it is what it is. So we're literally just going to keep going through all these, all the way till we get, even the characters, if we still have energy, when we get to the characters that we already have, we'll go through them as well. And then I try and remember who I leave off at as well, so when I get more energy later, I can go right back to them. Normally I note it down or something. Like, you could always find someone that, you know, is cool with you messaging it in your alliance or something, add them as a contact, and then message them. I haven't been doing that. That's what I'll do here, though, when I get to them. Normally, I note down a piece of paper, but I don't have, I just cleaned up and stuff and did a bunch of organizing, so I don't even have the paper next to me, but right there, we farmed him. We're still far away from getting him. And here we go. Now this one we didn't 3-star, so we'll try and 3-star it now. Especially with the fact that we have more characters we worked on. But you always want to be getting the characters as much as you can, because you never know. They could announce a team tomorrow that's going to use this character in it. And if I haven't been farming them, then I have to try and struggle to farm them quick. Now, I'm not high enough level again to where that's going to make too much of a difference, but still, when they make a new team, if they use old characters, a lot of times they give those old characters what's called a rework. And when they do that, that'll improve the character's abilities and stuff, making it so that way they're more viable in the new game modes. So, even if it's an older character, when they get that rework, it can make him one of the top characters after that rework. At least for certain things, like unlocking Apocalypse. It could make the difference between me unlocking him, depending on what characters get updated and stuff, because it could be a character that I can farm and gear up to be able to get through a section of Apocalypse. Yeah, so we should be able to finish this node here, actually, before we even hit stage 2, hopefully. Yep. Which we could have gone, the whole thing there is you just got to survive 4 stages. But there we go. And now we'll go through and auto it. And we'll keep going. I wish you could favorite sections and add tags to your favorites. Like, I wish I could favorite characters as farmable, and I would just favorite all the characters that I can farm currently. And then I wish I could have a section favorited, like labeled Apocalypse, and I could just pull up my Apocalypse characters, favorite a section and call it Arena. And yes, you can make teams and stuff, but there's no way to pull up your team while you're in here unless they're a team by a certain tag. Like the Apox teams, those characters aren't, and I'll use this character for example. There's a team called Orchids. I could pull up the whole Orchids team, but if I'm only going to be using 2 of those Orchids characters for Apocalypse to unlock them, that doesn't help me as much. Or I wish that you could assign favorites to certain tags. And then maybe there was an organized by tag button, organized by favorites tag button. Yeah, he's not farmable. He's one of the newer ones. You get shards from in milestones though. and almost all these irrelevant characters, these offers are never worth buying. Don't waste your money. Because all these, as you see, they have locked missions for me, most of them. Or they have a bunch of different orbs that you can get from me. You will get them passively. You just gotta have patience. I mean, if you want to buy them, go ahead, but it's a waste. I mean, realistically, the alliance that I am in, there are people that are 100% free to play. And they are just as well at keeping up, if not some of them even a little bit further ahead in the events and stuff and the challenges and the raids as everybody else. Now, yes, spending money can get you that push forward, but the only way that I'd consider spending money as an actual option, in my opinion, is if it is for something that's going to help you in your statistics alone, not alliance based. So when I say your statistics alone, I mean getting through a dark dimension, getting higher in arena, winning cosmic crucibles, stuff that's based up solely on you and your own stats versus alliance based. Because if you're spending money on something on alliance based and no one else in your alliance is, then at that point you're spending money for nothing because you're putting in too much effort. Now, if you have an alliance war going on maybe and you're down a little bit and you want to spend, $5 for refreshes or something to go in a couple more times with tax, understandable. You're helping out the whole alliance by doing that, but that's to each their own. I mean, a loss is a loss. They're going to happen. You're not going to win every single one, so I wouldn't really find that as a viable thing to do, and that would fall under what I consider a waste of money. Some people like to buy the new characters as they come out because you can always pay money to get them automatically rather than wait until you get them either from the event, get lucky from the orbs, or till they're farmable, because all characters do become farmable eventually. It just depends how they make them farmable. If they're going to be a slow farm, quick farm, easy farm. You don't need to spend money on new characters. It's like you're going to spend money on something that is, let's say that every raid team has a year lifespan, which realistically they have a little bit longer than that. But let's say every raid team has a year lifespan. Some of them do actually have a shorter, but we're going to go based off a year. And if that year lifespan, I'd figure 6-7 months in, maybe 8, but normally I'd say around the 6-month mark is when the character starts becoming obtainable in certain ways. That might be hard. And then by month 8, it's going to be regular farmable. You can get shards for it every single day. So it's not worth putting anything into, money-wise. Because before they're not relevant, you're going to be able to get them. Yes, you're behind, but unless you're on an alliance and spending money buying them and stuff, so's your alliance. So you getting them isn't going to be a play difference because of the fact that the raids and stuff are alliance based. So if you're the only one doing better, yeah, I mean, you'll be top 1-2 scoring in that raid every single day then. But overall, your alliance as a whole can't move up to the next raid difficulties to get better rewards. So there's really no difference in it for you. I think we're getting near the end here. Now, some of these I should know and just not click on. Like Can Master, he's a minion. I shouldn't have even clicked on that. Kestra, I'm pretty sure Dark Dimensions how we get her now. Oh, Incursion. No, Dark Dimension, that's for her red stars. And then you can get her from the Milestone Orb. She's a somewhat relevant character. They still haven't added any info for him. He's supposed to be a crazy good character once he releases. And I'm pretty sure he's supposed to complete the current Undying team, which would be awesome if we could get. Iron Man Zombie is farmable, but we're not high enough level to do it. I don't know about Juggernaut Zombie, if he's farmable yet. I'd have to look into that. And Hella, as we've seen, is already farmable. She's part of that team. And there's an event going on. So if I could get one or two, like if I could get even the other two for right now. Now there's another character that's part of that team. I want to say it's like oh, I'm forgetting her name. She had a whole show after her. I mean, we already have her regular character. If she pops up, we'll go over it. I can't remember her name. She's in my favorite as one of the ones that's like, oh, this would be awesome if I could get this character. And remember, my favorite's not something that we might end up sticking to 100%. We might have to switch some stuff last minute, depending on what characters become farmable, what we get lucky pulls for. Like Shield of Salt, I don't need to click on him. Spider-Punk.
Living out this midnight dream.
He's not farmable until Dark Dimension. Well, it's kind of farmable in Dark Dimension. Okay, now we're at the characters we already have. We're gonna go through.
Touch the sky. In this love will softly fall. Undying love above.
I thought she was farmable.
Love in the shadows, we find our peace. With every step,
She?
fears release.
Nope.
Love in the shadows, can't you see? You're the undead soul for me.
Somehow I think we skipped a section because we're on our favorited characters somehow already. These guys should have been, somehow it undid it from star rank. Okay, that's what happened. So somewheres we lost the star rank. Scroll down, we'll try and look at what character maybe we lost that at. I remember him. See, I don't remember going through most of these. Oh man. So let's scroll down a little bit. Like AM characters, we definitely went through the group of them. Shield, him. Polaris. Farmed him. It's got to be somewhere around here that we somehow lost it. So we're just gonna go from her. Yeah, somehow, probably just because of the amount of time we've been in the menu. This is why favoriting those characters would definitely be worth it. You know what I can do? I'll start adding the versus tag to them. The ones that I gotta be farming. So if we get someone that we can farm, we'll add the versus tag to them. So we know that someone we can farm with energy. And maybe what I'll do is I'll go through all the nodes. I won't make you guys sit through this, but I'll go through all the nodes and see which characters are farmable. And I'll just write them down. And then I'll come back to here and find each one and add the versus tag, just because that's a way that we can organize them, because then we can pull up all our versus characters to pull them all up. Holding tight to morning light, she and I eternally living out this midnight dream. Though her breath is but a sigh, in her gaze I touch the sky. In this love will softly fall, undying love above it all. In the shadows we find our peace, with every step feels release. Love in the shadows, can't you see? You're the undead soul for me. Well, we did not need to spend 100 there. Okay, we already did though, and now that means we can farm one more. Well, actually, maybe two more. think she's farmable. I might be wrong. I know. Now, some of these characters rotate in and out of being farmable as well. So that's where things can change. Only level up, that gives us more energy. Something makes that accident to 100 not as bad. And even though we haven't unlocked, we're gonna even do that to the. Here we go. That's running the Scarlet Witch, then they added Scarlet Witch Zombie. And we don't actually have it unlocked. I thought we did. Oh, you know what it is? I just realized on my other screen that something I had going on, I disconnected for a second. We had lost internet for a second and then reconnected. A little bit of lag in the internet, and that's probably when the character organization got reset. Yeah, some of these we've gone through already. I literally just clicked on her and saw that I couldn't. I don't know why I clicked on her again. Oh, you should be farmable. Come on. You're one of the lower tiers. Oh my god. I mean, 3-9 isn't bad. We'll have that unlocked soon. Versus. You're not farmable. Oh, you are just not yet for us. We just gotta find one more to spend this last little bit of energy. Yeah, we definitely can't farm her, I know that much. He's an arena. I think he's a... Yeah. Awesome, so she'll be the last one we do for now. And I'm not going to make you guys sit through, watch me go through all that favoriting and stuff with the verses. But we have another daily now to clean. Now we're going to go train a character quick. We're going to set everybody back to default. Go to the top. We're going to recruit him quick. And then we're obviously going to take up our arena team first. Now, arena team, we're actually going to switch to our arena team probably here. Yeah, we stay in roster for the squads. So, we did figure out, yes, this is outdated. So don't follow this 100%. But if you're a newer account like me, this is a great thing to follow because of the fact that the characters that we actually have the ability to get right now and everything are outdated. So it's not too terrible for us. Now, I want to get rid of show empty. What if I do drivers recommend? Strong recommended squad's best mode arena with at least one character you own. Yeah, so I wish it would only show based off what I do have like all the characters for. That would make a lot more sense. But like right here, we can kind of plan and mix teams like these two. We could mix these two together because we're missing two of the characters. And that's the kind of things you gotta look for. Like, oh, we could actually mix these two with these guys, and that would be the best that we have right now. So actually, that's exactly what we're going to do for now. So we're going to do Doctor Strange, Ghost Rider Robbie, and Miss Marvel Harley. means that some of these characters are going to get unfavorited. Like Lady Deathstrike. And we might end up still working on these ones that we're unfavoriting because they're characters that we might use in the other modes. But those are unfavored for now. And what we're going to do is we're going to take Ghost Rider Robbie. It's already there. Now we got to find the other two. You were one of them. And I'll be honest, I don't remember this. Let's pull it up again. Doctor Strange. Oh, that's cool. You can just click right on them. There we go. They should all be favorited now. Now, if I go to squad, I wonder. No, it won't let me like save a squad. So now we're gonna go back to our roster. Oh no, I can't go back to roster. Let's do this. So now we're going to be using those 5 for rank temporary. So we're going to take them as high as we can real quick. And this will help finish that milestone, train a character, equip piece of gear. Eventually you stop getting that one for one of your things. I think that's also one of those things that you have to be level 60 before it stops having you do that. Because there are days where you might not equip any gear on anyone due to the fact that you're either working on a certain team and you don't have the gear, you're farming it, you're waiting to pull it from orbs. For example, Crimson gear, you can't, there's no way to just go to a mission and farm it as of right now. Now again, we're going to check to see if there's any way where we can spend, well, I think even the lowest ones would cost 12, so we definitely can't do that. So we'll just open some Blitz Orbs. And we're opening 20 at a time right now just to make it quicker. That's it. I want to say we're going to be able to take them to 10, I'm not sure though. Maybe only 9. Let's see. I think we have to level up one more time for 10. But let's go through and equip everything we can on him. And we'll see how this does in arena. It might be better for me to only use teams that I have a full team of. But I want to just see how this does. Because we've been kind of that stuck that I was talking about. I mean, we might still be stuck because some of those people have some pretty crazy characters on their team that either they started a little bit before me and got them that way, got a lucky pull from an orb, or they paid for them. Yeah, so we can take them to 10. It looks like we can equip 1, maybe 2 pieces. All those other ones here, we know we can't. This, yep, so we can equip 2. So notice that I don't have that orb here. This is a unique item. So this is something that either I need to get from the supplies, or I need to open orbs. Now we do have 2 of these orbs that will open. But this is where now the characters I'm working on matter because of these. Now we could always open the War Gear orbs. I mean, we're not using these for anything else. And because purple is going to be the stage we're getting to, we are just going to rip them all real quick. There we go. Then we'll work on his abilities, and we don't have that many blue yet, so once we're able to farm those, that'll be huge for us. We might end up sticking with the other raid team, or I mean, until we get more of those blue mats, which we might even have an orb that we can open right now to give us a bunch. We'll find out. But we did what we could with him. Since we don't have the mats, we're not going to work on the other 2 yet. We'll see how much gold we spend for the day first. But that's going to be that for right now. Then we have blitzes more. I'm not going to make you guys sit through more of those. We have our arena battles and we have our supply purchases. So we're going to do those next. When we do these, we're also going to go through all the orbs. So we're just going to start at the left menu and work our way over. And he's a very good character, so we're definitely going to grab that. Really, I mean, we should just at this point be grabbing all these that we can every time. We're always going to buy this because it gives us more character shards. I want to be getting these, but I don't. These help you get diamond stars, which come after red stars. I'm not close enough to where that's going to help me because I would have to have a character full 7 starred, full 7 red starred before the diamond star even counts. So for me, it's not something that's going to help me anytime soon. So it's not really worth me working on. So now we're going to open up all these orbs. And this will get us some more character shards. This might even unlock a new character for us. Gonna get us gold, some items.
Houses near and far. In the dark I roam alone.
Then we'll go to the next song. Song was a little sad. And just ripping through all the orbs that we have. Look at that, we got some blue mats, but not nearly enough. So it's not something we're gonna work on still. We'll get more though over time. We're gonna open all these that we can, like always. I messed up. We need to leave here, go to the milestones, claim the milestones first, because they're gonna give us items that go towards opening more orbs. Otherwise, we're just gonna be going back and forth. Yep, so automatically get him boosted up, which is awesome. 75 of those, some purple mats, ability mats, awesome. This is one of those ones that this is where me going in and out of the raids that helps out. Now, beating the raid node also helps, but I can't do that. So I shouldn't have terrible, yeah, see I'm 10th highest participation even though I can't help yet. Purely because of how often I'm going in and quitting out with those characters. And then we'll go here. This is a personal milestone you get just from spending campaign energy and doing raids. You should be completing ones like that every day. This one's one that's going on over time from doing raids. Now, this is where using those specific characters in raids, or Blitz I mean, comes in handy. We're almost maxed out there. We're maxed out on Agatha almost. So we will max out on them by the end of the day. I'm pretty sure at that point it's just collecting the daily milestone points. So we should finish this no problem. It does go pretty far, but we still have 8 days left. So we're barely even into it. I think we're 2 days into it. And we're already on milestone 11. And we're already 2/5 of the way there, we'll call it. Only because by the end of the day, by the end of a reset with the blitzes and everything, we should be 2/5. At that point, once it doesn't matter, then we'll just run our blitz like normal again, and we'll go based off the highest characters. But I don't know if that, with the points, I'll have to pay attention if that resets every day. Like, can we get 10,000 a day? Or is that, there's no way it's a day. Only because it wouldn't make sense that I got that high just from the blitzes earlier. But then we save this one for a little bit later because it's based off participating in the other events. So as you claim other milestones, you get points towards this one. I'm just going to make sure I've claimed them all. Now that we've claimed them though, we do want to grab this energy real quick. Okay, more energy will come back around to that. No milestone right now. So now though we have more energy. I don't want to go through sitting through all those again, so what we are going to do is we're going to go here. We're going to go right to our campaigns because we got to do this anyways. We're going to go all the way to the right as far as we can. And these are the newest hurdles, so we'll see if any of these are ones that we can farm right now, just because the newest ones we've unlocked the ability to farm. And we'll just farm them quickly. There we go. But look at that, that finished another milestone. Now what I want to check is we have these sober credits and they're used for these. Now this I can't, this can I participate in? No, not until we unlock them. Because if we have the ability to spend those, we want to be for the free items that we're going to get from it. We're just going to see if there's any of these that we can do to spend those on to make sure we're maxing out everything we can. Yep, so can't get rewards from that. Now those first missions are normally what they call test missions, where you're not going to get any of the nice rewards. And this is this energy again, so yeah. And then that energy, those are the same energy, so yeah, we have nothing that we could spend those silver credits on. I just wanted to check and make sure. Then we have this to claim now. Because we claimed the milestone, we're just going to make sure. Okay. So now we'll go back to opening our orbs. And see, now we have more in this section to open.
Nothing but shadows where children used to play.
Sorry about that. I think we started losing internet again for a second. Yeah, you'll see it's lagging. The game might crash here. Yep. 1 sec, relaunching right now. It's weird. We're trying to figure out why. I don't know if it's that I have a bad cord. We didn't have this problem before. Then I got a new Ethernet cord, and we've been having issues ever since. The old one worked, but it was all frayed where the plastic was coming off and everything. So we might just have to switch back to the old one or get a different one. Maybe we got a bad brand that's just not as good. But we will have to look into that at a future time. When we have time for it. And I don't know why this initial launch always takes so long. Now it's going a little bit faster right now, but normally we get stuck in like, yeah, okay. So, okay, it's going. Normally for some reason it gets stuck at 8% all the time, and it'll sit there for like 10 minutes. And I don't know if it's just based off what I have running on my computer, but I have about 132 gigabytes of RAM on this, and I'm able to run multiple things, no issue with anything else. But for some reason, BlueStacks, like once I'm in, I'm fine, but initially getting into the game takes forever. It might be also pulling the data because of the fact that it's a mobile game, so it's got to connect to the servers for it. On top of the fact that I just launched the program, that could be it. Because I can have this running for my blitzes and stuff while I'm doing other stuff, while I'm playing other games. No issue once it's running. Okay, now we'll open these orbs, get right back to where we left off.
Found an old shotgun in Grandpa's shed.
And
Bullets for the foes, but mostly dread. Memories of him swinging on a porch.
And we'll keep going here. Oh, some more shards. Some more ability mats. We already did this. For this section, we got 2 to open in here. Then we don't have enough raid tickets to open any raid orbs. But we'll still check the store just to see if there's anything to spend these tickets on. Now these are a different type of ability, and yes there is right here. These are called Awaken abilities, and you get those after you finish leveling up the regular abilities. And these are only for legendary characters, so we definitely want to be buying them when we get to that point, because that's really the only way to farm them, so we want to be buying them for sure. Now I've got the arena store, buying him like always for right now. Then we've got the war store, so this again we're looking at the characters that we can get 20 of. Her, this will unlock her. Carnage, he'd be 1 short then, yeah. And then nothing else to spend those on for now. So now we'll go here. We'll spend first and then we'll open the orbs here, only because as we spend we get more points towards the orbs. Now these ones aren't giving us points towards the orbs, but anything that's 2 stars or higher does, because then for that 1 initial star, it kind of like pays you back for. So like all these are going to give us points towards the orbs. There you go. Definitely get to get that Silver Surfer one. And then he's one that we get as well. Yeah, so I'd rather spend less and have more to spend later than buy one of the 50 ones right now. There we go. Now these, if we had 500, we'd buy this for now just because it'll help us out so much later. So now we have a bunch of these orbs to open. And as we open these, if we get characters we already have, it gives us points towards opening the next level orb. And so does when like that we hold 4, if we already had 2 for it, it gives us points towards the next orb already automatically. These ones also give you points towards this. Yeah, so a couple characters that pop on that here. And we'll just go through and do them all at once after we're done opening them all. That, and I think that's it. Yep. Now go back to the menu, and this should finish another one of these. Now we still have our 2 arena battles. Before we do those, let's go through and we got some characters to recruit and maybe star up. And I'm pretty sure I can just actually, yeah. You'll see all their powers going up, plus it's getting red stars, which later on might help if they're on a team that's usable, for sure. They do make a difference. So they're very helpful. Well, you notice, oh, I have 4 red stars for them, but only 2 take effect. You have to get the yellow stars before the red stars before the diamond. The end. Then we'll see if there's anyone we can start up after opening all those shards and everything. And that's going to be it for what we got from there today. Now, what do we have for gold spent for the day? Oh, we completed. I didn't realize that. I would have held off there then. Okay. So that's that for that. Now we have our arena battles. Try them. Now, if we weren't at the 6 million, I was going to go back and level at least these 5 up because I've already worked on their abilities just to get them a little stronger for now. But I'm not going to waste the gold. I'm not going to get in the top 250 in these 5 battles anyways. So it's not worth using the gold when I can't get the milestone points. If I was closer to that top 250, then maybe. But with where I'm at now, it just wouldn't be viable or worth it. So I'd rather just do make sure I'm at least above the 500. Try and get up a little bit more to keep myself safe for when it resets and drops the rewards. And yeah, we should win this one. We're still going to try and get in the top 250, but I just don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, like we're not beating that. We're not beating a full extreme X-Men right now, especially that much higher than us. So he's got 2 of them. This is where it becomes, this is kind of like why we're stuck right here. They're a lot higher than me, but this is probably the best team comp that I can go against. Oh, he's got ISOs on him. See look how much So he's got ISOs on, you can see the green. That means this player's already level 65. That's much higher some of these people are than me, that I'm trying to face. So that's why it's kind of like, there's really not much that we can do. We're pretty much at this point, oh there we go, there's a Navy one. I mean, we can click through and look, but we're almost better off, okay, we're just do what we have to win the battle to get a little ahead, farther away from 500, other than just kind of go in and just let it auto, hope for the best. It's not really worth stressing over because of the fact that we literally don't have the ability to have a chance until we get a higher level. And these are also players that either they could have been playing longer, or there's an option where you can pay to instantly level up. And some people do that. I don't think it's a worth it option, but some people don't mind it. It's things like that that you're going to be able to do passively within a reasonable time frame aren't worth the money. Now, let's say that there's a new character that can be used in Arena that I have 4 of the other characters that go with them, and it would give me the best Arena team currently in the game. That's something where it's like, oh, that's worth spending money on. But this account will be completely free to play, no money spent. And as you guys can see, because we had a lot less missions to go through, I know this one was, I said this one is going to be longer, but as you can see, it still is not as long as some of the other ones in the beginning when we had to sit through all those campaign nodes and stuff, just because we're starting to get to the point where we don't have to do that as much. We're auto-winning missions. And I didn't pay attention to who I clicked on. We're just going in. I'm not going to make you guys sit through all 5 of them. After this one, we'll go back, we'll claim the reward, and then we'll see what else we have to do quick, do a scan of everything before we end it. And then I'll off camera do a whole run of my blitzes and everything, which will complete the blitz milestone. I'll finish these arena battles. I'm just gonna hit random teams that I think I might stand a chance at, and then put on auto. Like this, they have some a lot better characters. Like Blade might be able to 1v5 me even if I kill everybody else. That's where Ray is. Yeah, like he either got a really good pull to have Blade this early, or he paid money. One of the two. Blade is one of the ones that just recently came out. Yep, so I won't make you, like I said, I'm not going to make you guys sit through none of that. We'll be able to claim those. I'll give us another milestone with some short orbs. And that'll hit the milestone, we'll claim that. And well, you saw those, the blue orbs, that involves the blue ISO, which again is something that we don't even have unlocked yet. I think you need, just to be able to use them, period, your character has to be level 75. So that's something we have a while before it's worth anything to us. But obviously getting as much as we can before we unlock them is helpful. Look at that, we got some of those. These help you get 6-star and 7-star characters from the shop. And yeah, so that, one thing is because we claimed those orbs, and saw that we got those green energies from it, that gives us more energy to be able to now go in this even more. So we will go in, do this the 2 times, and that is where we'll end it. Other than that, we don't really have much else. I mean, like I said before, we're kind of at a standstill right now until we hit 65 at least. I want to say it was. We'll unlock more game modes soon. I want to say it's 55, but we still probably we might get there tomorrow, but I have doubts, so it probably won't be until the next day. So it probably won't be until Friday at the earliest. I am thinking about making this a once a week thing, only because of the fact that, like yesterday's video, I don't have much to go over. You know, we might just do something different in the title once a week, saying, you know, we might just, you know, it might just say Marvel Strike Force Day this. If it's something not going on, and then I'll put something in the title like new event starts for the ones that are going to be involving with what's going on, or, you know, planning for this character, working towards this, whenever it's something that I'm updating what I'm working on and stuff like that, so you guys can kind of see that. I still want to post the daily. It's just, it's hard when there's nothing going on but me doing my energy and stuff and going in and out of these. I don't know if you guys want to watch that. If you guys want, I'll gladly post that daily and talk to you guys while I do it. I know I repeat things day after day, some of them, and I apologize for that. It's just, there's a lot of things that's just, it's constant patience, and I don't really have patience. I'm annoyed by how long it's taking, but it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about that, but wait. Like, I mean, I guess I could farm specific character shards to get through the legendary guys sooner, but even that, it's like, it's not really worth it when I'm going to get them automatically passively, and a lot of the legendaries that I'm unlocking right now and getting these shards for are legendaries that aren't worth anything anymore. Like, Invisible Woman. Maybe she'll get a rework with the new movie coming out here soon, because that's when you see a lot of the new teams come out based off movies and stuff at that time. But oh yeah, I don't even unlock that till 60, 64, 65. So I got a while before this. So the only thing I'm unlocking anytime soon is campaigns. 70, then 58, and I think this is even further, 59. Yep. So 58 is the next time we even unlock anything new. So really, until we hit 58, it's just going to be this every day. And if, let's say that we're getting one level a day right now, because that's what it pretty much seems like it is, and that's if we're fully active during that day, making sure to get on, spend energy whenever we have it. I mean, that means that we still have 4 more days. So that's where the slow grind comes in. Maybe I'll do 2 big videos a week going over stuff, but definitely I will always automatically, whenever there's a new event going on, new milestones going on, like in 5 days, that might just reset or something and it's nothing new, but anytime a new milestone starts, I would definitely go over it. Like right now, there's nothing here, but every once in a while you'll come over here and they'll say starting in, and that's a milestone that has not started yet that is coming. So you can kind of plan ahead for that milestone that's coming, and we'll definitely go over that kind of stuff. But it's kind of just waiting until that stuff comes out. Like this, it's completed. This, we've maxed out raids. We're halfway on energy. We're halfway on arena. We're getting more arena value for that. We're maxed out on war. We can't even spend ISO until we're level 55, but once we get there, we'll be spending that. So really, all we can do if we want to work on this is spend power cores. Oh, actually, I do have one last thing before we close out to go over. I'm happy that I noticed that and remember this. So if you go to offers, this will be available sometime. So yeah, there's all stuff, and I did spend my last 30. There was an offer for some ability mats for 10, and I said, you know what, I'll spend 10 on that. It was a good offer. Then I'll actually show you what the other ones look like that I spent the last 20 on. And we've shown you guys these before. And we just gotta get down to it. I might have passed. Oh, here it is. Okay, so these things that you get when you hit certain points. I had already spent that 10. So I only had 20 left. So this, when I hit the 300,000 mark, this one was available, and I was like, oh, well, that's not really that great. That's not much better than the 200,000 mark, which you'll see isn't there anymore. The 200 and the 100,000 mark were 10 each. And when I went through and I calculated out how many shards we're going to get from each, how much gold and everything, how many red stars, and then I went through and I googled and I looked up all these again. I think you get them, I saw that you get them all the way up to 1 million power, or like 5 million power. Now what it is, once you get 1 million, then 2 million, or something, 3 million, all the way up to 5 million, I think it was. It was that, or it was only 1 million. I think it was actually only 1 million. But they go up in price. And I looked to see if they're, because once you get this, it was 30, so I couldn't buy those. So I went through and I looked into, would it be better to get this? Would it be better to get this? you know, one of those. I didn't have this one unlocked yet, so I looked up what it was, and it looks like it's more war tickets than I thought it was. But when I looked into it, it's gear. I'm not going to spend 20, you know, buy one offer and get more gear when I get the same amount of red stars, same amount of gold, from buying 2 smaller offers that give me more character shards by buying those 2 smaller offers rather than one bigger offer. It'd be one thing if I was getting something helpful, but we're literally talking it gives you more gear. And the gear, with the fact of that blitz section, we get that for free. We don't need to waste the coin on it. So I did just spend them, only because I was like, all the characters when they come out are 50. There's nothing else that I'm going to see to spend these on. The energy offers, nothing special is coming down. Like, you know what, I'll just spend them on this. This will help me out for now, give me more character shards to get me going. So I was like, I'll just spend that. Now, definitely, if you're starting out, spend those on the 1,000 energies. That's the best suggestion I can get. It's going to farm you shards. It's going to get you XP. It's going to get you so much further. I mean, we're talking, how much is like energy to... Let's just go to the beginning. 12. So it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So that's 2,000 XP. That makes, I mean, later on, it's not as much of a difference. Like, that would get me just up to the next level barely. But in the beginning, when it was only 200-300 level up, it definitely got me that head start, which is the only reason why I'm probably even in the top 1,000 for Arena right now. So that is something to consider. That boost in the beginning, in my opinion, is highly worth it. But other than that, we got nothing left going on. Oh, and the whole reason we open supplies, I keep forgetting, I almost forgot to mention this. We go all the way down the bottom, it should be here. There's something called core offers. And they have these every once in a while, 5 for 5, 10 for 10, 20 for 20. And it'll always be a character shards. And for us, this is definitely worth it. Now, if you already have a 7-star, obviously not, but on all 3 of my accounts, that's something that's worth it. So it's 10 cores for 10 shards. I'll take it. Gives me 10 shards of a pretty decent character. And so that's something that pops up. They're not always there. I want to say normally they'll do them for like 2-3 days straight, maybe a week straight. And then they won't have it again for like a month. But yeah, definitely keep an eye out for those. Other than that, I got nothing else going on. So literally this time, we are all set. You guys have a fantastic one. Stay safe. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, leave a comment on your ideas if you would like to have it fast forwarded. If you enjoy the smaller, if you want daily, if you'd rather have me do one big one a week and then maybe extra ones only when events are going on, and let me know. But other than that, hope you guys have a wonderful one, and peace.